The woman had watched with her own eyes as her sister flirted with her fiancé. Her fiancé had tried to brush it off, claiming that her sister was still just a child and that she shouldn't make such a big deal out of it. But the woman hadn't gotten angry. Later, her adoptive parents had demanded that she hand over an important case to her sister. She had agreed without hesitation, only because she had been reborn. In her previous life, after her sister had taken the case, she had actually fallen asleep during the defense. The judge had been furious and was about to rule in favor of the plaintiff immediately. The woman had stepped in right away, taken over the defense, and won the case that should have been lost. But her sister hadn't appreciated it at all. She had seen it as a humiliation. Her adoptive parents and her fiancé had also kept blaming her for not considering her sister's feelings. After that, her life had turned into a nightmare. When she had opened her eyes again, she had found herself back on the day she was supposed to accept the case. This time, she wasn't going to save anyone. The next day, the woman had taken her sister to meet the client. When he had politely extended his hand for a handshake, her sister had childishly commented that he looked dirty. The woman had just smiled slightly at that. She had known full well that this man was notoriously ruthless. She had kindly reminded her sister that this case would determine the future of the entire law firm. Her sister had instantly flown into a rage, arrogantly declaring that there was no way she would lose. Her fiancé had also jumped in to defend her, saying that although she had an odd personality, she was indeed a legal genius. The man had then coldly stated that if they lost the case, a $300 million damages bill would be sent directly to their names. Those words, everyone had fallen silent. Back home, the sister had complained to their mother that her older sister had been targeting her. Without even bothering to find out the truth, the adoptive mother had started scolding the woman. The woman had tried to explain that she had only wanted her sister to understand her responsibilities, but the adoptive father had stepped forward and slapped her hard, ordering her to get out of the house. He had even thrown the family photo on the floor, which had finally broken the woman's heart completely. So she had gone straight to a rival law firm and applied to become the plaintiff's attorney. The firm's boss had warned her that this would put her against her own family, but the woman hadn't hesitated for a second and had taken on the challenge. On the day of the trial, her sister had failed to show up. Facing the threat of a massive penalty, her adoptive parents and fiancé had panicked. Her fiancé had strode over and, in an arrogant tone, ordered the woman to take over her sister's defense. The woman had refused without hesitation and declared that their engagement was officially over. Just as her adoptive parents and fiancé were losing their minds with rage, her sister had ridden into the solemn courtroom on a child's bicycle, making a grand entrance. After the woman had finished her defense, her sister had actually fallen asleep right there in court. When the judge had reminded her to pay attention to her duties, her sister had even told him to keep it down because he was disturbing her nap. The judge had immediately ruled against the sister's side, and they had been ordered to pay the plaintiff $300 million in damages. Hearing that verdict, the client had been furious, and her sister had been so scared that she had burst into tears.